Welcome to Monday Movie Madness with the Parrihoff Collective. Friends, and welcome to the first episode of Monday Movie Madness. And y'all, we have been lied to. Have you ever noticed when we were growing up, every movie ended with, and they lived happily ever after? But they never actually showed us what that looked like. Because let me tell you something, we have been lied to, misled, bamboozled, and just run completely amok about what love actually is. And one of the biggest offenders, The Notebook. Now, let me say this first and foremost, I love this movie. I love it. The passion, the intensity, the if you're a bird, I'm a bird energy. And we ate that up. But let's talk about it. Okay, so if we look at one scene, the Ferris wheel scene. Okay, now I get it. It's bold, it's dramatic, and it's definitely unforgettable. But let's bring that into 2026 for a second. There is absolutely no scenario where my husband, who just turned 50, is climbing a Ferris wheel to get my attention. And if he did, somebody is calling the police immediately. Because what we called romantic in this scene today would be called pressure, manipulation, or simply unsafe. But we saw this and thought, wow, what he will do to get her. And what we learned without realizing it is that persistence equals love, pressure equals passion, and ignoring boundaries equals romance. And that's just not healthy. Real love doesn't have to corner you into saying yes. It gives you space to choose. All right, scene 2. Fighting. All right, let's talk about the fighting. You and me, we fight. It's going to be hard. And somehow that became romantic. We watched this while clutching a pillow or a stuffed animal and said, that's real love right there. If it doesn't look like that, I don't want it. But let me say this clearly. That right there is the definition of toxic. Constant emotional highs and lows, always trying to prove your love, feeling like you're fighting more than you're actually enjoying each other. That's not depth, that's instability. We have romanticized dysfunction and called it love. But we've been conditioned to believe that if it's not intense, if it's not dramatic, if it doesn't feel like we're about to lose each other every 5 minutes, then it must not be real. And that is simply not true. Healthy love, it's not exhausting. Consistent, it's steady, it's safe. And yes, passion is exciting and it is necessary, but it is not the same thing as sustainability. All right. Let's choose scene number 3, Allie's choice. And here's the part that we really don't like to talk about. It would have been perfectly okay for Allie to marry the other man. I can't even remember the man's name. He showed up. He was consistent. He was emotionally available. He didn't disappear. He didn't create chaos. He didn't require emotional survival skills training. But because the relationship didn't feel intense, we labeled it as not real love. And that's the lie. We've been taught to chase the feeling instead of evaluating the reality. Because love isn't just about what excites you. It's about what sustains you. So I'm not here to ruin your favorite movies, but I am here to help us start looking at them differently. Because as a licensed professional counselor, heavy on the licensed, I see every day how unrealistic expectations are showing up in our relationships, our marriages, and how we love and define love. So each week, we're going to break down these relationships we love to love and take a look at what's actually healthy, realistic, and sustainable. Because y'all, these movies have lied to us. Drop a movie in the comments that you want me to review next, and I'll see you next week at the movies.